Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I really got to figure out why that has that black screen. Anyway, hey everybody, this is JW, also known as Mr. Phoenix. I just wanted to let you know that Vinny is having some pains. He just got out of the hospital and he's having some pains and not going to be doing very good. Not going to be here. But if you want to say hi, please put in the comments and send him your prayers. I wanted to let you know we are going to go on a ghost hunt. We have got wonderful people with us, and I will bring them on stage now. Aha, I have all of you now.
Hi.
Hi.
So we have Teresa with Deep South Comic-Con.
Yes.
And we have Debbie from what's your show again?
Spooky Things with Debbie.
Spooky Things with Debbie. That's it. All right.
Yes.
Perfect. So,
but I'm also on the web paranormal team up there. So
yeah,
I'm making up there. So, huh?
Me too. I'm on web paranormal group. Yes.
That is awesome. And you said that you had a another group there. You said Fox Paranormal.
Yes, Fox Paranormal out of Georgia.
That is super cool. So it's kind of like a two snag a bird with one stone.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that. I have a little chihuahua I call my skinwalker, and sometimes she gets like all whacked out over the big dog, and I didn't mean. My apologies.
That's okay. We have lots of pups.
Cool.
Oh, this way. It's turned this way.
Okay.
No, I'm telling you, go get a shirt on.
So, Debbie, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, let's see. I was born and raised in Germany.
Okay.
I didn't even come over to the United States until I was like 12. My mother is full-blood, was full German, and my dad was full-blooded Creek Muskogee Indian. So,
okay,
this is the result of those two right there. This is what happens.
So, go ahead.
I've just been sensitive all my life, and come to find out, after almost towards the end there, both of them were as well. So it's like a family trait, but never talked about growing up. So I had
kind of taboo.
Yeah. Oh, very much so. So I just kind of worked it through myself, and I just took it on, and this is where I ended up.
Awesome. Awesome.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was. And then interesting is that both my mother and father, after I came out of the closet with it and said, okay, look, this is, I'm able to do these things. And finally they were both like, oh, okay, fine. So can I. But we just didn't want anybody to know, but okay. Yeah. Family does do that.
Right.
Oh, really?
Right.
So, but,
cool.
Yeah, so I was raised around animals all my life, and I went to the University of Miami's Animal Science Institute, where I got a degree in veterinary technology, and I have just always been around critters, so I studied with cryptozoology, and I studied under Ken Gerhardt as well. So I think his Chihuahua is
Is evil today.
naughty.
She is evil today. I apologize. And normally she's not like this, but now she's, for some reason today, she's in a roar.
Oh, wow.
But so
That's a Chihuahua.
Teresa,
Yes.
you had some news on your the dates and everything for your Deep South.
Yes, it is August the 8th and 9th. It's going to be at the Enterprise Civic Center in lovely Enterprise, Alabama.
Awesome. And you got
And
some great.
Yeah,
The
we're
gate,
really looking
the
forward to
gates
that.
will open at 10 a.m. and we'll be going on until about 6
Mhm.
that afternoon on both days.
Okay. All right. So kind of curious to see inside there and see what we've got.
Inside the Enterprise Civic Center or
Oh,
where
yeah,
I'm at
amazing.
today?
Where you're at today. That just
Oh,
sounds
okay.
kind of interesting.
All right. All right. So you want me to kind of take you around?
Sure, that would be great.
Okay. I don't know if your viewers can see this. Let me see if I can walk out. You have to help me with this stuff. My husband is here. He does this stuff. I
Okay.
don't know if you can see it.
Wow. That
This
is
is
an
the
old
front. It is a
old jail.
Victorian Gothic jail, and it was built in 1897.
Oh wow.
I'm trying to get it in there. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna walk around. Okay. It's kind of dark, so I don't know how the lighting is going to be. But this is just inside.
Ooh.
See this?
And have you guys captured anything?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. On the first floor here is the Women's Center. And well, first of all, we go through here. This is where the public bathroom for everybody was in here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not good
Huh.
with the cameras. And then behind me here is where the lawyer would meet. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, where the lawyer would meet with his clients.
Okay.
And then around here, it's the Women's Center. And I don't know if you can see this right, this dark area is actually a shower.
Okay.
I'm trying to walk backwards, so that's not good. There is only two cells for the women in here.
I bet if you had a bachelorette party, they'd be crowded.
And I don't know if you can see the walls, but it has the names that the prisoner scratched on the wall.
Ooh.
So we do get some of these names on our EVPs and our spirit box and portals and stuff like that we use.
Okay.
And
Did you want me to change the camera?
yes,
Go ahead.
Stan is going to help me by changing the camera around so to make it a little easier. So,
Stand by.
That's fine. He could be your cameraman.
yeah, yeah. You want to do that? Me the cameraman? I'll buy you a drink. Non-alcoholic drink.
No. So
Okay, so.
now,
Oh, okay, so.
now you can do it.
Oh, he's got
I'll change it around.
Okay. So he's taking a lot off. So he's supposed to be taking it easy.
Got it.
So Michael and Destiny has been doing a great job of keeping him in line tonight. Oh, hi. This is Michael Fox from Fox Paranormal. He's getting set up.
Awesome. So question for you guys. Do you think we could maybe get a little demonstration of a, EVP or EMF detector?
Yeah,
Or-
I haven't pulled them out yet. We're working on the DVR system, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit later, we can do that. We can do
Or,
that.
or spirit box, whatever is nice and easy.
Okay. And now, this is actually where the deputy would sit and do the intake on the prisoners. Okay.
Okay.
And then in here, I guess would be like the holding cell area. And you see it has a little bitty fireplace. And
That's different.
this is actually set up for a movie screen because these walls here, these bars are actually wood. So there was a movie made here, I think in the early 90s,
Okay.
late 90s. But this is original witch's hat that was on top. And they had
Huh.
replaced some of them.
Have to figure out what movie that was.
Stan can remember, I can't remember, it's on the tip of my tongue, but he can remember it. Now they are setting up a moonshine museum because a lot of guys that was doing the moonshine actually came to Poly Jail as prisoners. And you can see this is part of the moonshine stove. This is the I don't
Okay.
know, it's just the thing that held the liquid part in it, as you can see here. And this was
Huh.
actually the kitchen. Poly Jail was equipped with a kitchen, had a wood stove in it. They furnished the meals for the prisoners, hot meals. And these are some of the original trays that they
So
had, still here.
they were kind of nice to them prisoners then, it seemed like.
They had indoor toilets, running water, they had heat. They did not have air conditioning. But the new jail does not have a kitchen in it, so they have to take the food to them. Now, I'm gonna go up the stairs, but this is one of our tourists that come through. He
Okay.
was a corrections officer and he decided to leave the group and he was gonna come down these stairs. And something reached under here and grabbed his leg and he tripped and broke that leg.
That's not good.
So now the second floor is where they held the misdemeanors, I guess what you say, like the town drunk, the ones that's just getting into fights and
Yeah.
barroom brawls and stuff like that. And so this is the second floor.
Okay.
I do show this. This is a special room. This is original mattresses. And we have this door right here. You can shut it. And if you shut it from the inside, you can actually lock the door. Here's the lock right here. It's hard to move. You can lock the door from the inside. So you keep the guards out.
Huh.
While your lady visitor can visit you.
That's interesting.
And so you have privacy. And then this is the bullpen area where the prisoners would have their meals. Bring it up here. The toilet downstairs was brought from here. So you have your shower and your toilet, your sink, all while the men are eating. Some are doing their business.
Okay.
That's really cool. You'll notice that some of the bars are mended. The cement is like cracked. So what it does is this is where they escaped and went all the way around. And on the outside, I don't know if I can see it through here. On the outside wall, can you see the wall?
I can, and I see the two windows.
Yeah, and down at that one window there, you can see where they fixed the wall where the hole was.
Okay.
And the guy jumped through there and
Oh,
escaped.
wow. Did he ever get caught?
He did. He was killed. He
Ooh.
was killed in a bar. And guess what? The guy that killed him, they brought him back here to Poly Jail.
But
And this right here is J.W. Mann's cell. He was in here to sleep off being drunk. And he was a white man. And they didn't search him because it was Christmas Eve and they were ready to go home. And they just figured he was just a drunk and he was sleeping off. His wife called the police to him because she was tired of him coming home drunk. And he lit up a cigarette and fell asleep. And
Oh,
he
dang.
died. These are flame retardant mattresses that they had. Now, this isn't the one that was in here originally, but they're flame retardant. So they do smolder. They don't actually burn.
Ooh.
But it does create a lot of smoke. And he was trapped in here. And they said the smoke was spilling out the top floor.
Ow. Yeah, that is not healthy.
And he's the only one reported to have died, even though this jail was full prisoners.
Okay.
To walk around it.
I wonder if they had some secret deaths they didn't want to report.
Probably so. But also, if you look up here, I don't know if you can see that. If you were sitting at that table,
Uh-huh.
and if they had have had a legal execution here, the body would have fell through this trap door in front of where they were eating.
Well, that would definitely make me not hungry anymore.
Well, we just figured that it was like dinner and a movie. We do ask that when
That's
people come, now I'm on the third floor. It does
Dang.
have that special room on the third floor as well. And we have the comb. And right here is the lever. She did not unlock it this time, but sometimes she unlocks it and lets us play with the trap door. Our grandson asked his papa to stand right here while he pulls the lever. But so far, Stan won't do it. They're still setting up for tonight's investigation. And right here, the guy that killed the man that escaped,
Uh-huh.
he hung himself from the rafter right here. And we actually, on our website, webparanormalgroup.com, you will find in the gallery a picture of a figure, just like the leg swinging down, with the
Okay.
window is behind it, and the cell is on one side, so you can tell it's like in between here.
Okay.
And this cell is special. You see where it was repaired?
A
Can you
little
see where
bit,
it was
yeah.
repaired?
Yes, a little bit, yeah.
This
Uh-huh.
is where Aberdeen was cut out of the cell, and he was, they cut the cell. I'm gonna make sure I got it right. They went in, and they got him, and they were able to drag him out of the cell. And they walked him about a mile down the road where they shot him 150 times. He was
And this
strung
is,
up by his hands, and I'm gonna go back down and finish setting up. But he was strung up by his hands and shot 150 times. And they had to hurry up and do it before the federal government was coming down, the police officer coming down to
wow.
investigate what was
And,
happening here.
and that was who that died?
Aberdeen Johnson.
Okay. Interesting.
He was 19 years old, and there's conflicting information that states that he assaulted a woman, a white woman, in front of her two children. And when I say it's conflicting, because they said they chased him for a long time, and he was shot in the face with a shotgun, but they had to put a guy in there to recognize he was the right prisoner. How do you
Oh,
miss
wow.
that? How do
Yeah,
you
right.
resist being shot in the face? So,
That's crazy. Oh wow. So Debbie, what is the most scariest hunt you've been on? Investigation.
Oh, there's been a few of them. I think one of the most unusual ones was that we were in a place in Defuniak, and it's an old hospital, and they don't allow investigations there anymore. But that was the first time that I ever really saw what I could honestly say with no. This is one of the only times that
Uh-huh.
I recognized and realized that it was, and well, I call them imps. It was like it wasn't human, and it wasn't nice. And that's the only time that I've ever seen something actually crab crawl on a ceiling above my head.
Oh, that's
I
scary.
mean, the total crab crawl going back.
Oh, yeah.
And that was something like right out of a Hollywood movie there. But you don't have very many of those at all. And this
Mhm.
little guy was he was low level. He was a low level guy. But he to put a shock to you, you have to handle that real carefully. But luckily for us, he was just mostly interested in just getting away.
Yeah.
It's not like, we never felt as though we were endangered or anything like that. But just to see somebody or something hand over hand scurry up a pipe, get to the top, and then up and crab crawl right across your head on the ceiling.
Oh man.
That was probably one of the most remarkable things that I can remember right off the top of my head.
Is that
But
something that you captured, or did you not get it?
yes,
You have
we
cap.
caught that.
Oh, I would
Yeah,
definitely like
we
to.
did catch that.
I'll message you if you don't mind, and give you my
Mhm.
email, and we'll play it on the show if you like, because that would be really cool to see.
Okay. Yeah, that was very very interesting. We also, this is back years ago. We actually caught, and a lot of people say, "Oh, we caught a portal. We caught a portal," but what they're catching is not a portal.
Okay.
We actually caught a portal, and it was a little bit striking compared to what they're usually described as. But this thing was, you could actually things going in and out of this particular portal in Defuniak. It was at a different place in Defuniak. It was at a hotel there, and we caught that on camera as well. But they're they're out there. Those things are out there, but I don't think that it's really happenstance that most people see things like that, because you really got to put yourself where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Yeah.
we caught the little demonic force down there, and it was in a boiler room about 3 o'clock in the morning,
Oh wow.
and it was just us alone in this hospital. And when we went down there, we noticed him immediately, but he definitely made a retreat. Like he was going to make the retreat. And I was like, get it now, because if you don't, you were not going to. And sure enough, we ended up getting it that climb up and then up on the ceiling and
Oh wow.
across.
Wow.
But you really have to be careful. You have to be careful when you're going into things like this. Don't go. If I can just tell your viewers this,
Yes. Go
just
ahead.
right off of the top, we've been doing this. Oh, Teresa,
long time.
many long time, all my life, all Teresa's life, the other people I was with uh, as well. This is just lifelong things. We've been doing this a long time. We don't provoke. We
Good.
don't irritate. we give respect, and we make it a retreat in a professional, clean way. If we think we need to back out, we're not hitting the hills. We'll back up and we'll say, okay, we're going to give you some space. We're not going to leave, but we're going to give you the space. We're going to back up now. You back up, we back up. And, you know, it has to be done correctly.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, so people get hurt. People get hurt. You know, like at the place where we saw the little imp at, there were holes up on the second and third floor in the floor. You could fall right through.
Mhm.
You got scared enough and you take off. You're going to go down you're going to go downstairs, but you don't need the stairs. I
Yeah.
guarantee you'll beat everybody else down there.
Like here at Polly, that
Guarantee
happened here. So, yeah.
You got to be careful.
That's understandable though, and I mean, and I like the fact that the no provoking and the you know,
No.
arguing or upsetting this or anything to that degree, because you see that a lot, and especially now on TV.
Yeah, it seems to be like the thing to do, and I can tell you that's the thing that you don't do. Bearing it in mind that these things, if they're able to communicate with you, and I'm talking about on a spiritual level,
Mm-hmm.
if they're able to talk to you, they were alive one day. They're human as well. Give them the respect. They're
Oh, yeah.
you know, and if it's not, then you shouldn't be interacting with it in the first place.
Yeah. But also keep in mind that, especially if you're doing a business or a residential place, those people that are there every day have to live with what you've aggravated.
Mm-hmm.
Long after you're gone.
Yes. And so, you know, you don't want to leave them in a situation that's bad either.
Right.
That's true. That is true.
So it's being responsible and respectful. This is a great job, and I see it. This is our job. This is our research that we do, and it's valuable. And we do get things that are, oh gosh, Teresa. I mean, some of the stuff is just remarkable.
Yes.
It
So
is.
what's remarkable for us, it might not be what's the norm, I guess. So
Yeah,
I
because
like studying the history. I like studying, you know, why things work the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is really something, trying to figure out what we can learn from the past, you know, will also help us in our future.
Oh yeah.
I know. Take it. I do
yeah,
nothing. Trying to
So
come.
we kind of like leaving the boo factor for Hollywood. They do a great job at that. The boo factor, they got it.
Yeah. Thank you.
We go for the real stuff that
Mhm.
that we want to research, and you know, you hear about it, but a lot of times you don't. You need to experience it yourself in order to even get any kind of a grip on it.
yeah,
So you have to be smart, and you have to rely on the senses that the good Lord gave you.
Yes.
That's
understand that.
why
Understand that. I mean, and you could be there like a whole month straight and not get anything.
absolutely.
And that's
Absolutely. And
the raw truth of it there. I mean,
it is.
Hollywood has cut and gagged certain things, and you know, joked around with certain things, and it's just been kind of fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that boo factor. You know, we can't let it just, you know, they're there for the shock value to make money. That's what their job is to make the money.
Yeah.
Our job is to find out what's the reasoning behind it, as best as we are limited in our capacity to do it. We're not astrophysicists. We're not, you know, biology physicists. We're limited with what we can work with. And that's why I say we work with what the good Lord gave us, because we all Oh gosh, on our team, there's quite a few they're sensitive,
Yeah.
and we rely on that. I think
Hmm.
that we
Okay.
rely on that really, Teresa, more
Yeah.
than even the equipment. We
Yeah.
rely on that, and it
Yeah.
gives us
Now,
great
So,
results.
Stan is our science officer. Well, him and Vera in different aspects.
Mm,
He has studied a lot of hazardous material and how the human body reacts to those
mhm,
chemicals and stuff. So if we was to go in a place like here that had a fire, Stan would be able to go in and pick up some of the chemical stuff that is left behind. He has also studied the geology, I guess what you call it, you know, what the earth is made up of and how these different crystals
mm,
or minerals or things in the ground, you know, reacts to our either our equipment or to the human body because we're made from the dust of the earth. So we
yeah.
have this attraction
right.
to the makeup of the earth, you know. So how does our bodies react to that? And so that's one of the studies that he has been doing.
Okay. Well, real quick, I just saw in the comments, everybody, if you want to say hi, Blaine said hi to you all.
Hi,
Oh,
Blaine.
hi, Blaine.
And he also said to tell the spirits, he said hi.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll let him know that Blaine said hi.
Blaine said hi.
So, you mentioned sensitive. So, besides that aspect, what on the both of you, what would be your favorite piece of equipment that you like, that your go to, that you're number one, besides the sensitivity and everything, and your yourself?
You go, Teresa. You go first.
Okay, I like the dowsing rods
Okay.
Yeah, you do use
because
those.
I think they're more of a basic. And I think that if I'm dealing with historical places, that those people might not understand what our digital uh, equipment is.
Okay. That makes
So I
sense.
think they would understand the dowsing rods, you know. So I think if it was a younger crowd, then they might understand the digital stuff a little better.
Hmm. Understand that. Okay. Debbie?
I like the recorder, the
Ooh.
tape recorder where I can tape things back, because we've come across a lot of situations where we're so involved in our investigation. I mean,
Mhm.
we're
Hmm.
just hands on in it, and a lot of times you miss those little those little tiny things that happen in the background, and
Mhm.
you don't notice it until later on, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I got a response to that, and I wasn't even aware of it. We've caught, right, Teresa? We've caught a lot
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
going, yeah, going back, and it's a wonderful tool. It's a
Hmm.
Yeah.
tool.
I could.
Just,
Uh, we've
but
been called all kind of names. We've been told to get out. We've had
oh
some interesting questions, I guess, or statements made. Yeah.
yeah, yes,
That is hilarious.
yeah.
One of
I'm
my favorites is
really
the
amazed by the names.
Mhm.
one of my favorites is a spirit box. I do believe in that. I love the. I don't know how they do it. I've never done it, and I'm fascinated by it. But when they close off everything, they put headphones on where you can't hear, and then they take your eyesight away, and what you hear in your headphones is the spirit box, basically. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Mhm.
The Estes method.
Yes, that one. That's it.
Mhm.
That right there fascinates me a lot. And then dice, ghost dice. I've interested into that.
I don't
We
think
use
I've
the
tried the
Estes
dice.
method a lot.
Yeah, we do use the Estes, but I don't think I
Yeah,
haven't tried the dice. So that's something new. I
I've
guess we
never
need
tried
to
the
try.
dice.
I know a person, and if you want, I can hook you up with them. They actually make an amazing dice set. And
Okay.
they've got cat ball holders that you can put your cat balls on, and they say yes and no, goodbye, and different things like that. So I can send you their shop.
Okay, that'd be great. Now, Stan does make a lot of our equipment, and we have gotten equipment from Richard Johnson from EVP.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we have gotten that. I think Stan bought one of their objects tonight, and he's going to see if they'll let us use it in there.
Okay.
Now, Fox Paranormal has their own equipment, and I think Dave built some of theirs, and I don't know too much about it. I do know that they have a portal, which we do not have.
A
And
portal.
that is going to be awesome.
Now,
They're setting it up now.
how and what do you know anything about it? Like,
I do not. I just know it works similar to the spirit box, but Michael Fox will have to explain that one to you.
okay.
They took it when we went and investigated the battleship in North Carolina. And being down below, like several stories down below, and having that go off that's pretty spooky. So yeah.
So, Debbie, what has been your most delightful moment in the paranormal world? Like something that just kind of touched the heart and made you very excited or proud.
Well, I think there's two times. And one time we were in a haunted business upstairs, and there was a train that used to go in the back at certain hours, and there was a woman up there, and she didn't like children at all. And we advised the owners, don't bring kids around in this particular building.
Mhm.
And come to find out that she was German. Her name was Anna, and just so happens that I speak German because my mom and I lived in Germany. And we have on tape where I have a full out conversation with Anna in German.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and she turned out to be a very lovely lady, but her husband had gotten killed on the train.
Oh.
And that's why she was still there. She's waiting for
Ooh.
her. But she had no patience for children. She didn't dislike them. She just had no patience.
Mhm.
And which I get. I totally understood. And I said, we'll do our best, Miss Anna, to make sure that children will leave you alone and they won't sit in your chair. That used to aggravate. She goes, they sit in my chair. And I said,
Yes.
and yes, and so that she was happy. The other thing that was remarkable to me, in the same hotel that I was telling you about with the portal, there are children that had passed away in that particular hotel. Very sad.
Uh-huh.
But they got to a point to where they knew us by name. And I remember one day we were doing, you know, an investigation for. We did research on that place for years, and went there one day, and one of the little girls come to me and she says, "Hi, Debbie." I said, "Hi, honey." And she goes, "Where are you going to be tonight?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to be in room 7." I said, "But Auntie Debbie needs her sleep tonight, okay? So be a good girl." She goes, "Okay." She goes, "Well, I'm going to go now." And I said, "Where are you going?" She goes, "Room 7." I said, "Oh, no, you're not." "No, honey." And she goes, "Yeah, room 7." Oh my God.
That's
That was
funny.
probably, I mean, typical kid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was like it's just a typical kid. But
Yes.
she was a good girl. She did. She let me sleep okay that night. She was being a good girl.
That is
But
awesome.
it's sad at the same time. It's like,
Yeah.
your heart. I'm a grandmother, so your heart goes out to them.
Oh, yeah. It
That
tugs on
was
your
a sweet
heartstrings.
Oh
It
yeah.
does. But that was a sweet little moment that I had that with them. That was so sweet.
That is awesome. Do you have any, Teresa? Any of the kind of tug on the heartstrings moments of investigating?
Yes. Actually, there's a cabin just a couple of blocks over from here that a
Uh-huh.
2-year-old died in it. She caught pneumonia.
Ooh,
And she died in there. And so, I mean, you can just sense the mother in there and just the sadness and stuff that went on in that cabin. Web Paranormal Group is the only team that has investigated in there. They've since stopped investigations because it is really dangerous. The wall where the chimney is falling in. So,
okay.
but later, if I get a chance, I'll probably walk over there and you can see the outside of the cabin itself. It was moved there in order for the city to restore it. And it is sitting on top of graves on top of that.
Oh God. Yeah, I
So,
bet that is kind of rough and a lot of different paranormal going on.
oh yes. Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff happens over in the city cemetery as well.
Ooh. And where are you located?
I'm in Union Springs, Alabama, at
That's right.
the old Bullitt County Jail. It's called Poly Jail. It was built by the Poly Jail Company.
Okay,
So that's why we call it Poly Jail.
I gotcha. And Debbie, where are you located?
I'm in Marianna, Florida. And it
Okay.
sounds like so much farther away, but Teresa and I only live like 30 minutes away from each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah,
So are you north?
we actually live in Hartford,
Okay.
Alabama. So,
So are you north, Debbie? North Florida?
I am. I'm in North Florida. I'm south of where Teresa and Stan live. I'm just south of them.
mhm,
Okay.
But
Because
that's what makes it so easy for me to get to wherever
mhm.
they're going. I can go.
yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, I'm in Newport Richey in
Oh,
Florida.
oh, my sister used to live there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
She's a
22 miles
veterinarian.
away from Clearwater.
Oh,
All right. I used to live in Homestead.
Okay.
So yeah. So I moved up here from Homestead.
So we've got a comment that is hello to both of you from Miss Lee.
hey, Lee.
Oh, hey Lee.
Hey, we know her really well.
We
Right?
know her.
And
Yeah.
then my wife actually commented and wanted to know when we were talking about equipment if you guys,
The
she was
battery.
asking about the Alice box. Have you heard of that before?
A what? Say that
An
again.
Alice box?
No, I haven't heard of that one.
I wonder if that's something new that because she watches the ghost investigator girl Selena,
Mm-hmm. I have 10%.
and she uses an Alice box. So I wasn't for sure. Hi Lee, she just said hello. But what do they have? Do they have anything ready for demonstration?
Not right this minute. They don't. They're still they're getting it set up still.
But I've noticed that a lot of times we just will go by our own instincts, and
Right.
to me that's our best tool. That really is. I mean,
Mhm.
she is amazing at if there's something that's going on,
Hmm.
she
Mhm.
is she's like a guardian. She can keep things off long enough for us to go in to see what we can and then to
Okay.
get back out
Mhm.
while she can hold everything out at bay.
Mhm.
And there's about,
Interesting.
I guess, 3 of us there. And if we can get together, we can build a practical wall. And it's been helpful there a couple of times for us. It really has been. So
That sounds interesting.
our own tools are, each one of us that have our own tools. We rely
Yeah.
on that, I think, more than we rely on our equipment.
Yeah.
I really do.
Santa's had to tell me to back off several times because he couldn't get through.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She keeps
that
everything at bay.
That would definitely be something to see. We're going to have to plan a trip.
Okay. Hey, I can
She's
set you up
amazing.
at Poly Jail.
Yeah, how'd you like to go to
I can
Poly?
set you up at Poly Jail. That's that. Yeah. So definitely can do
Definitely.
that. Now,
As long as there's no holes or anything, we got to be careful with that because little Vinny's only 3'5" and he won't be able to jump it.
No, I don't think
there's
there are.
no holes.
That's
There's no
good.
holes. The only hole is the trap door when we promise we won't pull the lever.
Well,
No.
I don't know if I wouldn't now. I might do that on Vinny. I'll put some pillows down at the bottom for him.
See, the best thing to do is come and do an all-nighter and just sleep inside the jail. And there's only one door in, so you can't escape. So you could, I wouldn't lock the door, but we used to pull our car up so nobody could get in or out.
Uh-huh.
And then, they would be locked in the jail. And now what she told me today is that she's going up on her price, and it is $100 a team to come in and investigate.
That's cool.
Which is still fabulous.
Yeah. So if they do like an event, now she charges something different. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure how she does that. But
Okay.
yeah, the lady that actually is the curator is who they would have to speak with. And she's Miss Barbara that works in the courthouse itself. Which the
Okay.
courthouse is right there. It's haunted too.
Oh God.
Yes. So,
Seems like everything is so like right there, real close by.
oh, the Josephine is catty corner on the main street. It is the old hotel, and they've had a lot of mysterious sightings and deaths and suicides and murders all in there. We tried to get her early, so we was going to sneak in and get ice cream, and they were closed, so we didn't get any ice cream. So Stan was
Uh-oh.
good. We didn't get any ice cream. I've got to figure out how to give him some ice cream now.
It's not going to be a good day now.
It's not. Let's see if I can stick this out this way and shut this door. I'm charging my phone if you wonder what I'm doing.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of some other good questions there. Debbie, you were talking about, you said zoology.
zoology. Yeah, I was a zookeeper for many years. When I was working I worked a combination between the Miami Seaquarium and the Miami Serpentarium with Dr. Bill Host. And then I also worked for the I can't even tell you how many veterinarians and exotic vets at the zoo itself. Yeah. So I went
told
ahead and
you
got
she's
my degree
good.
in
Yeah.
veterinary technology. You what?
I told him that you was really good. He really need to talk to you.
That's
Yeah. So, but I trained under Ken Gerhardt as well. And so
so.
cryptozoology is my thing too.
So with the zoology, did you have any kind of close encounters on any of the animals like that tried to attack? Maybe.
Described animals or still cryptid?
Just normal animals, not cryptid.
Normal animal?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was this is back years and years and years ago. I was out on the paddock area. We called it a paddock area. And the Siberian tigers were supposed to be in their cages in the back, and they weren't because they just come walking on out when we're out on the paddock, and I'm like, oh God.
Oh man.
But yeah, I jumped in the moat. I was like, I didn't care. I just jumped in the boat. Yeah, nothing happened. We were all fine.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, forgetting also that Siberian tigers are quite accomplished swimmers.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
I just thought I'll go for it.
Yeah.
And it turned out okay. But yeah, that was kind of scary. But I've only had a sadly, I've only had an actual personal experience where I did see what we call them down here, um, the Bigfoot.
Skunk ape.
And I saw him. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw him once. So they call him the skunk ape down where we were from. It was behind you. You know where Homestead Air Force Base is in Homestead.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was behind the flight line back there. This is back in 75, 74, 75. And I I was privileged to see one. And
Ooh.
yeah, it was very quick. It's what it was. And but it was true. The first thing I did was smell it.
Yeah.
It was that horrid smell. And it was just, and I think now that I think back on it, physiologically speaking, the structure of the way that she stood, I truly do believe that it was an adolescent female. That's what I think, because she
Okay.
was so much more smaller in her body structure. It's just the way that she stood there. I do think that
Huh.
she was definitely an adolescent. She only stood maybe 7 foot, you know, tall. It's the big males that get to
Mhm.
be, that say, "Oh, he was 15 foot." No, they're not. They don't get that. No, they're not. you know, the human mind will make somebody think something that's just not true. But physiologically speaking, these animals are limited by their skeletal structure
Hmm.
and the way that that their body is actually in a bipedal movement. The way that they're going to move is very, very relevant to the size that they're going to get. But this one was probably about 7 foot tall.
Wow.
Absolutely beautiful, in my opinion. And she was gone. The interesting thing was is that when she turned to run, she ran through a line of mangroves. Now, you know about
Oh,
mangroves.
yeah.
You don't just walk through
Wow.
mangroves.
Right.
She ran through them, no problem. She
Oh,
ran right through it.
Oh man.
That was like, wow, how did she do that? She did, and she was quick. That was the only time that I was ever blessed to actually see one. So when people are like, Bigfoot, cryptid, are they real? Are they not real? Are they interdimensional? Are they this? They're real. I know because I personally laid eyes on it. But like everybody else, I have no proof. It
Yeah.
was so quick.
That's understandable. We did a show a while back about the skunk ape, and the some of the information I found, they were saying that the smell is the number one thing, and it's kind of like rotten eggs.
I'll tell you, I think I might have a theory on that. And that's where we were standing at that time. There was a field full of cabbage that they had recently harvested,
Uh huh.
and she smelled exactly like that field of cabbage. So I
Hmm.
honestly believe what the smell is coming from is what they're ingesting. When she's eating a cabbage and it's rotted or it's on its way well to rotting, it's got that all those bleh juices in there, and it's
yeah.
probably just as she's eating it, it's getting all over her.
Well, and you
And
got to look at swamp water too. I mean, I don't think swamp water smells very healthy.
Nice.
so,
It's, yeah.
but some animals have the ability to drink it with very few issues, and I don't see really why she couldn't. Yeah,
Right.
but absolutely fascinating animals. But some of them, we were, Teresa and I and a couple other people were talking very recently about, you know, you have your cryptids, and then you have lore. And you really have to distinguish what is, and this is my favorite thing, not what is probable, because anything's probable, what is possible,
Okay.
what is actually possible, biologically speaking, chemically speaking, the bone structure. Granted, we don't get the scat. Granted, we don't have the skeletal remains or anything like that. So we can't really designate what we are exactly. But we do have is current animals today that resemble. They are not of the same structure, but they resemble, like the bonobo. The bonobo is the one I would think would be the closely related to what Bigfoot would be the closely related to in today, which would be the Gigantopithecus. And we do
Okay.
know that they existed. So it's just being able to take that animal to a situation to where you can describe it without having the remains to actually be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? What's possible, but what's probable. A lot of things are possible, but not a whole lot of things are probable.
Can you recharge this? And then give me a little. Sorry, I'm trying to get my phone situated here. So I think we're getting ready in a few minutes to do a demonstration. Okay, I need something to plug into. He says StreamYard's playing a lot of my phone, so well, it's not charging here. Hang on just a second. Maybe see if he can.
It's charging.
It's charging. Okay, we can do that now. All right.
Let me go tell Mike.
Okay. You may turn the car off. I think we live in a car sometimes. I killed it. Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
Where did he go?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
He left us. We're all alone,
Oh.
Teresa.
He disappeared. Oh my goodness. He disappeared off of there. I don't know where he went. JW, he's gone.
Well, he's the one that's in control of that, so he'll come back.
He'll come back. Hey. So, my phone is weird.
Have they started any of their investigation yet?
I know they were still setting up.
4 little cameras.
4 cameras?
That's all they've been working on this whole time, setting up 4 cameras. 4 cameras.
What are they going to do when we get to the battleship? Okay. I don't know. Play for me. All right, I'm going in. I don't know. Where's JW?
JW, where are you?
I'm going to need Stan in here
How
too.
hot is it?
Is
it
not
hot
in
in
the
there,
rooms are here.
Teresa?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we're gonna need to turn the camera back around. So tell me how do you do it? Right there?
3 dots.
Okay.
Camera or settings, rather.
Settings,
Your camera.
camera.
Go to that drop down. Go to back facing. Then X out right here.
Okay.
And then you're back at the thing.
Okay. I drop down the settings.
I'm telling you. Connected.
What's Michael got there?
That is his portal.
Okay.
Wow. Now, can you explain it? How it works and.
It's a means of communication device. So it's basically, spirits can actually communicate with us easier through something like this. But and it runs on a Metrophonic app that's got a word bank. It just keeps going through the word bank.
Sorry.
You better do it quick.
Mhm. So we will ask questions of this. Can you tell us your name?
No.
Huh?
So no.
No.
Well, there you go.
Well, we would like to talk to a woman.
Justin?
There you go.
Oh. So we got that. I have 4% on my phone, so I'm gonna have to step back out to the car. But I did let you see this and how it works. You just go back to this right here
Yeah.
and
Settings,
settings.
camera, and then drop down and then do the front.
This one.
No, the second one.
Everyone's voice just said, I'm not done.
You're not done? Oh, my goodness. Well, I've got to go charge. Yeah. Okay. So maybe everybody got to hear a little bit from there.
Yeah, you could hear it. You could hear it.
So I have a battery pack, but it just will not charge my phone. It's just too much. And okay. And I'm gonna have to crank this cord to get it to work. I have a converter in the car that's actually stronger than the battery pack. So, but yeah, he uses that. It does. It's really loud, as you can see, so you can hear it a little plainer than on the regular spirit box. And
That's pretty cool.
if I'm not sure if they built it or if they had someone else do it, I think they did have some adjustments done to the portal, and I wish we had one for our team. I do. I wish we had one. We're gonna see if
Yeah,
we
that's
can
pretty cool.
find out where he gets it from or if he built it or what.
Yeah. That'd be
So,
neat to have one of those.
but that was a little
Well, I
small
don't
room
know.
for that. So,
Yeah, it's loud in that little room.
mhm.
Well, I don't know where our host is.
I don't either. So should
Oh,
we call it the Debbie and Teresa show then?
I think so. We have taken over.
And I
Oh
don't
my
see any
goodness.
messages. So, oh goodness.
I hope he didn't fall in his chair like I did that night.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, it's like, whoops,
Oh,
Debbie disappeared.
Debbie down.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's see if I can, I don't know if
You got anything? Oh my God. I think I'm here all by myself, you guys. That's spooky. Oh, there we go.
I've got 1% on my phone, but I think he's off. He said he's going to start another. Um, another one. So let's just go ahead and get off and let me charge my phone and just wait and see if he sends us another link. Okay.
All right then.
All right. All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hey, everybody, I'm back. I just wanted to let you know something just literally, I'm going to try to get our guests back on. Something just literally zapped all my battery. I had about 45% and it's on the charger. And as we were talking, she was talking about the skunk ape and everything. And I just went complete. It went bye-bye. So I have no idea what happened, but I am definitely going to try to get them back on. So let's see what we can do. Because I would like to see that demonstration. All right. I have sent the link, so now we're waiting to see if they pop back in. Thank you, everybody, for staying on and watching. Like I said, I apologize. I have no idea what happened. That was completely out of the normal. I don't know if maybe one of their ghosts came over and was like, hey, I don't want you filming. Phew. Or what? I have no clue. So just a waiting game, but we'll make it happen. I appreciate it. Stay close, stay close by. I want to let you know that we have John Blaze on our Let's Talk the Biggest Small show Wednesday, the 22nd. We're going to have John Blaze from the band Scarecrow. That's going to be really good. And then the 24th is open. We don't know exactly who our guest is going to be, so it's going to be a mystery. And you might see a flyer, you might not. Here we go. Here's Debbie.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, I changed phones.
So do you want to go back in and do another demonstration?
Yeah, is Debbie in there?
No, I don't have a Debbie. I didn't get a chance to get her the link. But
I sent her the one that you sent me.
okay, because it was just out of the blue. I have like 45%, and it just went bye-bye.
Well, welcome to Polly Jail.
And I'm even on the charger. I'm literally on my
Yeah,
magnet charger.
Stan. That's my keys in the car. You want to take it out? I don't know nobody to drive off with the car.
Your phone charging?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Okay. Now I sent it to Debbie. So
if you do speak to her, please let her know what happened, and that I had no disrespect or anything. I was really interested in listening to her, but my phone said no.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, can you do that again? I'm sorry that we was not live. He said his battery just died.
Are you good?
It literally died out of the blue.
Them things happen.
Tell him welcome to Polly Jail.
Yeah. We want to.
All right, guys, we're going to get a demonstration. What do we got going on?
Did you get a hold of Debbie? Okay.
And if it was something that attacked my phone from the jail, I definitely want to be at the jail.
Yes. It never failed us before.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna turn this around and see if I can get settings
Mhm.
and camera and then drop down and then facing back.
Yes.
All right. And
There you
then
go. Okay.
I'm learning. He's teaching me. So,
Michael's coming. He got
okay,
something he has to do real quick.
okay.
They are getting ready for their investigation.
Mhm.
That is awesome. That is so cool. I wish them the best of luck.
And we had some, after you walked out, I was just talking to Blaine about 7. And guess who was the first one that came through with 7?
Oh wow.
So, when he gets this on, I'm gonna let him explain to you what it is.
Okay.
And I don't know where Debbie's at.
That's
I
okay.
said the thing, I mean, I told her.
Okay.
I just needed to know that I didn't have any disrespect. I feel so bad about this happening.
They don't think you have that.
No, she understands this is pony jail. It will get you.
All right, this is a portal. It was
Okay.
designed to communicate with the spirit world, and the design came to a man in his dreams. This way he explained it. So all this design came to him, how to put this together. It's supposed to be an easier way for spirits to communicate with us. And we're using it enough with the portal that has a word bank and it just keeps recycling through that word bank.
So the students use the word bank to communicate, pick out the words.
Yeah, they'll use the word bank to communicate. And what's interesting, a lot of times, and I believe Stan and I was experiencing this a while ago, they'll actually put the words together where it's making sense when they're answering questions.
JC.
Oh wow.
Oh, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I'm making sure.
Yeah, I just made the screen that you're in the big screen.
Okay, I just want to make sure we didn't lose you again.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Would you like to ask a few questions, JW?
I don't know any. Okay. Did one of you attack my phone?
Did she say it was the big one?
Um, do you not like me? Huh. I don't know really much more right now. If you have some others, go ahead.
Okay. I would like to talk with one of the female prisoners here. What were you brought to this jail for? I'm talking to the females only right now.
Interesting.
She said jail.
Someone said she's here.
Okay, so I would like your name. Can you give me your name? Did you say Alex?
That's somebody in the background.
Wow.
I thought that sis. Let me talk with one of the guys. Is JW Man here today? You're right here? Right here, okay. JW, would you like a drink? And quit drinking? That's probably a good thing. Say a prayer? Is that what he said? Say a prayer? Bobby.
Bobby.
That was a woman. Is there Bobby's name on that cell wall? We'll have to look and see. Bobby's right here.
So they're talking.
Yeah. They're talking to each other.
Huh.
All right, y'all know, stay below on the first floor and the guys go on the second and third floor, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
Cindy.
Cindy, we need to check this out. See if they're on that wall.
So, there she is.
Oh, Debbie. Debbie's back.
It seems like they want to stay in their line sometimes to communicate with us.
Hey, 7, are you still there? He was there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
I can hear you.
everybody.
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear nothing? That's weird. Well,
Debbie, we'll have to go out and come back in.
Yeah.
can you go out and come back in?
7, can you talk to us?
What? Oh, yeah.
You gotta find out what Blaine was doing.
Don't steal JW's phone battery. Did you hear that?
Say PM.
Can't wait. Dave.
Did any of you interfere with the broadcast that's going on?
Watch the mouth, watch the mouth.
This is jails.
Yeah.
We are an unrated show, so it is okay if something pretty comes out.
Okay.
If that's how they feel, that's how they feel.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Well, you have to have somebody to agree with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you hear us now, Debbie?
stop. He wants us to stop.
What if we don't want to stop?
This is what I talk about. Do you want us to stop and give you a break? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna do that then.
That's cool. That was a really good. So who did,
Thank you.
did his
Yes.
team build that?
Yes.
Can you hear us, Debbie?
You can't see. Oh, you see them. I gotta fix it. I'm sitting in a chair. Let's see. So, how did y'all get the portal? That's what we're gonna ask you. Where'd you get it from?
Where did we get it from?
Let's see if I can do this. Okay, yeah. So, we'd like to know, did you make the portal? Did y'all make the portal?
We didn't make the initial portal, but Michael has modified it.
Okay.
It has been modified from its original form. It was actually a gift from one of our team members.
Ooh, that's cool.
Okay. So, it's a one of a kind then.
It is. It is. We also have a little rosary that was made for us, and it hangs around the front. And we'd like to think that keeps anything negative from coming through. Whether it does or not, I'm not sure, but we like to think so.
They
Okay.
had a potty mouth in there a while ago.
And I'm going bye-bye again. And I apologize.
Uh-oh. Let me see.
Hold your tongue right, Teresa.
Okay, can you say something else, JW? Are you frozen? If y'all keep watching, you may see the bats come out.
I've been watching.
JW, are you still there?
As long as they're not in the building, I
Hey, Debbie, can you hear me?
have Tourette's when it comes to that.
I don't think anybody can hear me. Are y'all live? Y'all still live? Hey, Debbie, can you hear me? I could hear like you're moving around. That's it. I don't. JW, are you still there? JW? All right, I guess I've lost them both, so I'm gonna back out. Y'all have a good night. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. I don't know what happened. Weird. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Hey, everybody, I'm back. I just wanted to let you know that it was crazy. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. It's not liking my battery and it's probably going to cut me off here pretty soon. So I just wanted to get this message out to let you know we are okay. I did hear some knocking, a little bit of like light knocking around the house, which caused the skinwalker to go off. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah. And it happens to be a day that Vinny's not here or not working. Go figure. I'm only going to give him so many sick days. So anyway, here's actual little Vinny. But yeah, I have no idea what happened, why it kept doing this. My apologies. I'm going to go ahead and have to end the stream now because, like I said, it's going to cut me off again and kill my battery once again. But we did hear some knocking and made the skinwalker go off really bad. So I'm going to have to do some blessings. All right. Thank you very much. I will talk to you later and have a wonderful day. And remember, or night, actually. And remember, let's talk paranormal.